I forgot to record. I done fucked up, guys.
So for the Switch viewers, it's like maybe fucked up or starting over. Someone say that. You just let me know when you're. So from the very beginning.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Should we start from the beginning?
I don't know. At this point, we've already intermissioned.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna record this, you probably should start from the very beginning.
Probably should, huh?
Okay. So real quick before you start recording, Kyle,
hold on.
I want to have you say this. We fucked up. We're going back to the beginning. Thank you.
Today's really not our day. We have just not started off on a good note.
Hold on. In my defense, this is a new mixer. I just got it. I haven't had a lot of time to run tests with it. I've only ran like 20 minutes of testing with Alan, and we were more worried about getting the sound right that we forgot to test all the other functions.
No, it's cool, but don't even worry about it. But listen,
no, it's the first and last time. I'll never fuck this up again.
Danny over there. But honestly, Danny's the best, and we love him. With that being said, we're going to restart the intro. We're going to restart this podcast.
Let's
Probably
do it
for the last time. I cannot promise.
No, this is going to be the last time. If I fuck up anymore,
let's get that 20 minutes of mixer training back. What is up, D-Fam? Welcome back to the greatest bi-city podcast in the world, the Weekly D Podcast. You want to know why we're so good at what we do? Because we have to try it over and over and over again. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want you to kind of prep, let's just roll it back. This is your first time viewing this. We are fucking professionals, okay? We know exactly what we're doing. All the time, every single time. Don't ever question it. This is why we're starting over, okay? Anyways, welcome back to the Weekly D Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Austin, and again, I am not wearing any pants under here. I am just enjoying my day as a great podcast host today for you. I wouldn't say fans because you probably don't know who the fuck we are, but that's okay. That's okay. You will. Next to me is the other co-host of the show, a.k.a. Danny motherfucking G, a.k.a. Mixers Are Hard, the fucking boy, Danny G.
Hey, what's poppin'? Also, you forgot Mr. Perfect because I never make mistakes.
You are beautiful and I love you. Anyways, we also, running the Twitch today, is our very, very, very good friend, special confidant, secret agent, and arguably...
Don't you fucking do it.
Probably Jesus Christ himself, Pudgy Jesus, a.k.a. Chris motherfucking Bowen. What's going on, Chris? How are you today?
They can't
He's
hear
great.
me, but you can.
Crickets. Absolute crickets.
He's on Twitch. It doesn't matter. He's just ignore him the rest of the podcast. He probably will talk. Those are just ghosts. We don't know. It's spooky season. But anyways, yes, it is in fact fall. It is one of the greatest times of the year. We have officially reached October, one of my personal favorite times of the year, one of Danny's personal favorite times of the year. And honestly, Chris just likes most of the year he can stay home inside. And honestly, that's every time of the year. So we're good here enjoying this spooky season with you guys today, just to kick off our 4-episode Spooky Spectacular. 4, yeah. I mean, there's 4 months in October, I think, right? Yeah, 4 months in October.
There's definitely 4 months in October.
Shade. God damn it, bro. Calm down. About the shit on you dirt and the whole Twitch thing. Calm your ass down, bro.
Bro, there's definitely 4 months in October. You are 100% correct.
There are 4 months in October, my friend. That is what we're sticking with. That's what we're doing. We're here in the best 4 months of October that there can be.
I guess it's not the worst mistake we've done today.
Welcome to the Weekly D Spooky Spectacular. The start of it. Danny, it is officially the Halloween season. Even though it's October 1st, it's officially the Halloween season. Like, are you as excited as I personally am? As you know, I fucking love this time of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, October has 3 of my favorite things in the whole entire world. We have Halloween, we have Oktoberfest, and we have tamale season, which are the greatest things ever. Right? In
I
that
also
order.
love tamales a lot.
Tamales, it's caldo season. It's like I said earlier before we had a restart. It's grab your Mexican blanket and eat some pan dulce and drink some hot chocolate season. It's the best.
Yes, absolutely.
Best.
And one other thing I really like personally about this time of the year is it is the perfect time to watch your favorite scary movie.
Yes,
So that's
sir.
actually what I wanted to build topic 1 on today, which was horror movies, because I think personally horror movies are one of my favorite genre. I
Same.
love it. I had a separate podcast, which we will not talk about because it's in hiatus. Again, it is what it is. We're just going to deal with it. It is fine. I am fine.
You know,
anyways,
you know, your horror podcast is kind of like Michael. No, he's more like Jeepers Creepers. He comes out every so many years.
I literally had like one episode for 1 year. I was like, this is my special episode for the year. I'm going to come back. We're going to be great. We're gonna
It comes out for 48 hours and then goes back to sleep.
Just consumes like 12 views and then we go back for another year. That's all it is. That's all it is. We're doing great, honestly. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, do you like scary movies, Danny?
I love scary movies. Scary movies are my favorite.
Really? I am also a fan
like
of
I'm like scary
a
movies and comedies. Those are my two favorite. Like they go hand in
I
hand.
think I'm kind of right with you. It's in between comedies and action movies. Like scary movies, action movies are usually like right there for me. But every once in a while, good comedies like great.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
He's playing Magic.
Yes, silence.
Yes, but like I said, the audience can't hear me, but you guys can. I'm like a ghost.
Oh yeah, I forget he can't hear us. Anyways,
it's okay. We're catching you on my recording.
I keep forgetting that he doesn't matter. I just need to keep that as like a thing.
Nothing really matters to me.
So Danny, so what was the first scary movie you ever watched? And did you watch it because your parents let you watch it, or did you watch it kind of like under some covers? Because realistically, you should have been watching that shit.
First scary movie I watched, I should have definitely not been watching it because I was like 4 or 5 years old. It was Halloween season. I think it was like the week before Halloween. We were all at my aunt's house, and the adults went off to do their own thing. The kids stayed in the back, and then the teenagers, obviously they're like, "Oh, we run this shit," so they're like, "We're gonna watch a movie. Y'all can go to the other room, or y'all can stay here." And they watched it, and it was my first horror movie I had ever watched, and for probably a good half of my lifetime, I was terrified of clowns because of it.
Really?
Yep.
I have a similar story. Actually, I think between 2 and 4 years old. I know for sure we were living in A-Leaf still. So when I was really young. And the first one I remember ever seeing was Child's Play. Ooh, my cousins had somehow gotten a VHS copy of Child's Play and were watching it. Keep in mind, they're like a year older than I am. So we were watching it and I saw it and I was like, this is a doll. Like it's not, it can't be that bad. And then he stabs a teacher, which I believe is the first Child's Play, with a pencil. And that scarred me for like 14 years.
Damn.
Like I still honestly have a really irrational fear of dolls as a direct result of Child's Play. Honestly, like it's not even like Chucky that scares me. It's the thought of a little doll coming to life.
Of an inanimate object?
Yep, that freaks me.
So I'm assuming you're not a fan of Toy Story then? Because they also come to life.
That's different because it's Pixar. It was a family film, sir. Child's Play is not a family film.
I mean, technically, they're in the same universe. They're dolls that come to life.
Yeah, no.
Think about it.
I understand. I disagree. I understand where you're going with it. I just have to say,
universe. It's them, the Gremlins, Child's Play.
Gremlins. I love Gremlins. I've loved Gremlins since I was a kid.
Horror movie, or is it a
technically it's a horror comedy?
But it's a Christmas movie.
It's the second one's definitely a comedy movie, but the first one's definitely a horror comedy Christmas movie, which is funny as fuck.
I would say it's a horror comedy. The first one, but it's also Christmas. So yeah, that's kind of cool and unique. With that being said, okay, so you have the first scary movie you watched. Do you have a favorite scary movie? What's your favorite scary movie?
Favorite would be The Conjuring, but I recently watched Incantation, and that was such a good mindfuck that I really enjoyed that movie.
Okay.
So that's up there. I also recently watched Don't Worry, Darling. It's a utopian thriller, which that one was also like I was confused half the time, so I was like, this is a good movie because I couldn't guess the ending, which to me was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure, favorite horror movie would be Conjuring. If we were going classics, favorite slasher would be Jason. Anything with Jason in it.
Anything Friday the 13th is up your alley.
Yeah.
So I have an opinion about those, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because it's a whole separate thing. I think they're all like at least up to Friday the 13th 1 through like maybe 4 are garbage.
They're garbage. Ass.
And they don't continue to get better. That's the thing. They don't get better. But they get more enjoyable because they just become more campy.
It just gets more campy and gruesome, which I'm all for. It's like Michael Myers, right? Michael Myers, the Halloween series, like it doesn't get better.
It does not.
If anything, it's gotten worse.
Okay, so Halloween Part 1 and 2 are good. We could say that. Part 1 and Part 2 are good. Season of the Witch it should never have been a thing unless they were going to go with the Halloween anthology series, which I still think that they should. Personally, I still think they should do a Halloween anthology series and go for some of the ideas that John Carpenter like initially had for like some of this like anthology, because that's what he wanted to do. Michael was just a 2-part, character. He was not meant to be in the rest of it. So it'd be interesting to see like some of his other creatures and ideas imagined on like in an anthology series.
Okay.
What about the newest Halloween Kills though?
What about Halloween Kills? I'm sorry, my dog.
The newest Halloween Kills. What about those?
They're fine. I guess that's the way to put it. Like they're fun and I think they're good for like a new generation, but like they're not. I wouldn't say the new Halloween series is better than the first 2 Halloween.
Is it
not better than Part 1 and Part 2?
So this might be a hot take, but I honestly feel like slashers have gotten boring. Like there's no good slasher. Honestly, it's usually the first one's great, but anything after that fucking blows.
So I have a recommendation for you, because I think I'm going to be able to change your mind. So when you get done with this, if you have time, you don't have to. You can do it tomorrow or somehow during the week. Find a movie called X.
I didn't like it.
Watch that.
I already watched it.
What?
It was so fucking stupid.
What do you mean?
Come on. It was an old lady killing people because she was horny. I mean... And then at the end, you see 2 old people fuck. Like, I'm into weird shit, dude, but not that weird.
Okay. Let me give you another one.
I mean, here's the thing. Hold on. Let me defend myself in all this. For me, like, I want like some story or something to make it more exciting and not predictable that people are gonna die next. Like, that's what bores me with slashers, that there's really no build up to it. Like, especially X. X had no build up at all. It's literally this old woman tried to fuck the young guy. He said no, and then she just started killing everybody. And all the deaths were like super predictable. Like the predictable, like, oh, look through the eye hole, and then something goes in and fucking stabs your eye. I mean, we've seen it.
But that's the genre. To be fair, it's just the genre is the expectation boring. You're gonna watch a movie for what it is. Like people
for gore, yeah. I mean, obviously, but I don't know. Just slashers bore me as of late.
Okay, I do have a recommendation.
Watch Terrifier. I think people like Terrifier.
I don't think you'll like Terrifier.
I've seen it already.
Damn it.
Terrifier one's. Let's just be honest. Great kills, bad movie.
Yeah,
it's a bad one.
Which is most slashers. It's a
terrible movie, but like, goddamn, dude, those kills though, man.
Here's the thing I gotta remember. Yeah. I for a small period of my life lived in the hood, and I saw people die in gruesome ways. Okay, I also lived in Mexico and have seen some shit. So like these slasher movies are like, like I've seen better.
Okay, I do have a recommendation for you though. There is a series on Netflix that you can. I think it's probably still on. It's called Slasher. That's what the series is called. It is an anthology series. It's based in seasons, so each season is different. Do not watch season 3. It doesn't exist. as far as I'm concerned, it does not exist.
Okay.
Season 2 is the best.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Kyle. I've seen this season. It's fucking amazing.
Season 2 is the best. It is awesome. It has exactly what you're looking for in terms of story, but it still makes the idea of like, hey, it's also is a slasher.
Yeah.
Some shit's about to go down, but basically it's about a commune in like the Colorado like mountains.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it's like, and that's all I'll say. It's about a commune in the Colorado mountains. Some shit goes down. People start dying. People are trying to figure out who's the killer. The first season is more like Halloween-esque in terms of you're trying to figure out who it is. It's not super clear, but it's also good. Just ignore the third season. Do not watch it. It's fucking awful.
Okay.
But
see, that's what I'm saying. Like most slasher films, like you get that one or two good ones at the beginning, and then everything else just is like, it's the same thing over and over and over and over. Like, build it up a little bit.
It's because I think it's a formula that works for a lot of people, unfortunately. And so people are scared to like break a boundary of slashers because there's also a fan base that like likes a specific thing for it. There's a comfort, I guess, in the same.
I mean, all I'm asking is make it more exciting, right?
I blame Wes Craven personally because I love Wes Craven, and honestly, like to go off, one of my favorite scary movies is Scream. Like Wes Craven's Scream is not the first to start the slasher genre, but one of the best to like, in my opinion. They did everything right in the first movie. Like it was perfect. Yeah. Like I don't really see a flaw in Scream. Like it was
really movie. Good. It was a very good movie.
The other ones we can Scream 3 is really bad, but
see that brings you back to my main argument is it gets repetitive.
Scream's also super meta though because it's also like it like literally is trying to be, by the third movie it's trying to be a dark comedy. Yeah, which is it fails miserably, which is why it's like pretty bad. But I also am a big fan of John Carpenter's The Thing, which is technically a creature feature.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a movie they could do. They did it back in what, 2012?
I believe so.
2012.
Yeah.
2012. It was technically the prequel. I don't think that like they had to go that route. Like I don't think that was a bad movie. Like it was fine. But like I think you could remake John Carpenter's The Thing now with the amount of practical effects that you can have, like because the practical effects even back then are still really fucking good. And I think you can make a very effective movie off that concept of like there's something it takes when you're not looking, it's going to take somebody. When it takes somebody, it's waiting for the next victim, and it will just hide in the shadows, like kind of like a whodunit mystery. Like I don't know, it's also a great film.
You know what I think they should remake right now? It's you guys ever watch those Crypt Keeper movies from like back in the day with the Crypt Keeper, the old crazy.
Yeah.
I
know what you're talking about.
There was a movie that I thought was really fucking creepy, and right now, and it was made in the 80s, but right now with all the effects that they have, it would be amazing. I think it's called Night of the Demon. Very brutal, very over the top practical effects. Also, by the way, just get out here, because I unmuted myself because I decided I want to land in Instagram station now. But it's such a good movie. Kyle would love the special effects. It's very over the top, like for the time being, like practical make effects, not like CGI because it's the 80s. They can't do that. Very good, very demonic. I think that would be a good movie to remake now instead of like
I get that
again. But the thing needs to have. I think the thing needs to be either rebooted or have a sequel to that god awful prequel because that was bad.
It wouldn't see. I didn't think the movie was bad. I thought the CGI was bad. I thought the CGI was bad. I think it took away from the movie because it was so cheap looking. But I think the movie as a whole set up for like it like help with the first, not the first movie, because technically The Thing is also a remake from like the 40s.
Yeah.
But I think like I said, I think people tend to like be afraid of remakes and reboots, and I have an unpopular opinion on it because I think the reason people are so afraid of reboots is because they give it to the wrong people to try and remake and reboot them. I think they give it to actors. A lot of times they give them to like new like, artists in the scene. They give them to new directors. They want to see what people can do. But I think it's really good to just have the guy, if he's still alive, because Wes Craven, as an example, was passed, but John Carpenter's still around. You could still use him as somebody to like have a conversation with, give his input on like a reboot or even like a sequel or whatever, and you can make an effective movie based around what he's okay with, but at the same time still creating your own vision.
Yeah. So with that being said, besides The Thing, is there any other horror movie that you think would benefit from a reboot? Or any movie you would personally want to see rebooted?
Friday the 13th. I think because it's the last one they made with Jared Padalecki and Daniela, what's her face?
I'm really bad.
Baker. I thought it started off real strong, but then it just fell off. Like it was real good. Like he was kind of there doing it. He was being kind of creepy. He fucked shit up, but then at the last 30 minutes, it just fucking fell off the deep end. Like I feel like they had a good basis for it. Same thing with the new Freddy Krueger, the remake for Nightmare on Elm Street. It was really solid, but I just felt like they chose the wrong actors to play Nancy and Krueger. And like the storyline.
You don't think they caught the essence of the original one?
Not a Robert Englund. He's a very iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like they try to make it too dark of a story. But I mean, in the first one, in the very original one, you have fucking Johnny Depp get fucking exploded in a goddamn blood fountain. But like that's pretty dark. But like they try to make it too dark, in my opinion, for the remake.
So you think they missed the point?
I think they missed the point of making it too dark, but I think they missed the point with Friday the 13th reboot with like trying to focus on something that wasn't Jason. And like it was instead like, the side character. I was like, oh, no one cares.
Gotcha.
In my point. But I think they could do it good if, they just, did it good.
What about you, Kyle?
So there's a couple movies that I have in mind personally. I was thinking about them just as I was going through it. One of those, and I think for me, one thing I'd like to see like a reimagining of, because it was done, but not since like I think 2012, was like werewolves. I think like werewolves are effective. I think they're a very scary like creature for the most part. Like if you really look at like, lore, all that kind of stuff, I think you can make a really effective movie with a werewolf, even if you don't see the werewolf the entire time, not really realize what it was. Like as just like one that I think did that really well, and I'll go into why, and then I'll give you the list of movies I'd want to see remade. Is actually it was the one that recently came out, and I don't know why it's slipping my mind right now. But
the one with the silver teeth?
No, it was a TV series about a vampire. It was about a vampire. Black Mass. Not Black Mass. Yeah, Black Mass. I don't know if all that it was in the Haunted Hill House. They did it, all that kind of stuff. But basically, it was about this little town that was like on the edge. Basically, it's just an island, and over time, a priest comes into town.
I know what you're talking about.
And then you kind of it's a vampire story.
It's a really good vampire story. It came out last year.
I put it on for the first time like yesterday.
It was about Catholicism and vampires.
Yeah, but then I got distracted by
with Monsignor.
It's kind of a slow start for you though, Chris. I don't know if you'd be able to like really like it because it does start like slow. It's like 2 or 3 episodes. Where
call me stupid.
That was a really good show though, and I appreciated that they got the Catholicism parts like really accurate.
I also appreciate they got them like right on top.
Yeah.
Like, nobody ever tends to do that, so they got it. It was okay enough for me to recommend it to my parents.
Yeah, it was
who are also very Catholic. Like, but no, I was like, you could watch this. Like, you may have some questions, like, or question some things like about it and what it's trying to portray. But it was probably one of the most accurate portrayals of like Catholicism, like in the church and the expectation of like all that kind of stuff that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it right now.
I think it's called Black Mass.
Is it? Black Mass.
Black Mass.
Yeah.
Because there is also Black Mass, but it's a Johnny Depp movie about Whitey Bulger. But I think they're two of the same coin there. Nonetheless, those movies that I think would be great, like if you Midnight Mass. That's what it is. Midnight Mass, not Black Mass. Black Mass is the Johnny Depp Whitey Bulger story.
Look at how the gears are working. Oh, sorry.
Yes, look at you. Oh, you're smart.
I am smart double day.
But I was gonna say, so 2 of the movies that I think would be good, especially for like werewolves. One of those, and one of you may agree with me. I don't know if you've seen it, Daniel, but Dog Soldiers, I think could be done really well and redone really well.
I haven't seen
I've
it.
never
I've
seen
heard
it.
about this movie numerous times, and I need to watch it. And I feel
I
so bad.
fucking love Dog Soldiers.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the greatest werewolf movies of all time.
it's so cheesy with the fact that like if they get like actual like production level like practical effects, it would be actually really amazing.
You mean to tell you the basis of Dog Soldiers, Daniel?
Yeah.
So basically, what it's about is basically a group of like, I guess, special ops that are out in the middle of like the woods in like the UK, and they're doing some spec ops training, and basically they get ambushed by a pack of werewolves. So they end up taking like hold and taking like a position in this like cabin that they find. And they just basically get ransacked by werewolves, and they're just doing their best to try to survive and make it to the end of the night.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's pretty intense, pretty fast paced, and it's kind of an action movie, but it's also very much a horror movie.
Wait, what's the name of it again?
It's called Dog Soldiers.
Okay.
Really good. Highly recommend you guys watch it if you guys want to add something to your creature feature for your your week as you go through this for spooky season. Another one I would recommend is Stephen King's Silver Bullet. I love that movie, but it's so damn cheesy because the effects of the werewolf are so fucking bad that I think you could actually make a really good, effective, scary werewolf movie with a Stephen King like background. Just do it right. I think that's what happens is they give it to like a made for TV movie, or they end up just trying to make it more than it is, and then it ends up becoming Pet Sematari's remake, which is just
we don't talk about that, Kyle. So speaking of Stephen King, they're doing a remake of Salem's Lot, which I'm actually kind of excited for. So
that's gonna be excited. Not Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn's been done over like 15 times. It's fine.
It's corn.
It's
It's so funny. Okay, make Children of the Corn. Put the Corn Kid there. I'm gonna watch it. 100%. He's the leader.
Have you seen the movie The Cursed?
I have, yeah. That's the guy that played Goku, right, in Dragon Revolution.
Is it?
I think it is that guy. Justin something with a weird last name. Yeah, that guy.
Oh no, that movie had a werewolf in it.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. It wasn't the greatest though.
You guys like Van Helsing?
It came out last year, so it was like a
cursed
land that they took from Native Americans, and they had like these weird like silver teeth.
It's like a movie.
It's a werewolf movie. Yeah,
werewolf movie.
I'll show you the cover to it.
I have to look that up. Honestly, would love a movie about a Wendigo. Like,
you mean Antlers?
No,
is that what it's about?
It's about a Wendigo.
Ooh, I'm gonna look that up.
I thought you've seen it before.
I've not seen Antlers, my friend.
You told me to watch it.
I probably did.
You told me watch it. So immediately, I'm like, okay. And he didn't even watch it. You son of a bitch.
Antlers is the one that came out this year, right?
It came out last year. It's
about it's about a kid in the cabin, ain't it?
I watched Ritual before like 2 years ago. The Antlers was the one that came out this year.
That's how you watch that? Maybe I did tell you to watch that. I just wanted to test the waters.
We were talking about, we were talking about cryptids.
So this is true. I actually do this. Like sometimes I'll test the waters with somebody, and I'll be like, "Watch this for me. Let me know how it is." Like not even let me know how. Let me know your thoughts.
You're like, oh, dude, I thought I was meant to. I'm like, dude, I was like, it was Mary. Like, yeah, dude, I agree. I'm like, what the fuck, Kyle?
I feel like we didn't have this conversation. You have to find the screenshots.
I think this was on Twitch.
I feel like this is something you would do. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I watch a lot of fucking movies.
I was gaslighted. Fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah, what are you doing gaslighting me?
You're gaslighting me, asshole.
I feel attacked.
No, but I mean, yeah, Antlers, that's a Wendigo movie, yeah. And it was very obvious because I watched with my vast supernatural knowledge. I knew exactly what it was. Also, they got the lore part right about it. That was why I kept watching. It was a bad movie, but the lore was what made it
Wendigo.
Okay. The Wendigo. Because like they got the lore for it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. Like, I'm very into supernatural lore. Like, I've watched Supernatural. I've learned a lot of things. I've made a demon or two in my time. I don't know yet.
So, question for you, just generally speaking, are scary movies like now as like an adult still scary in the way that they were when you were younger? Like, do you think that they're still effective, or are they effective in different ways?
So I'm gonna be real, you guys. When I was a kid, I was a little bitch.
Same.
I watched a scene of Terminator 2. Sit in my parents' room for like 3 years, and I watched the first scary movie until I was like 18. So yeah,
interesting.
You want to know
scary movies when I was a kid because I was a little baby.
Dude, I was such a little bitch when I was a little kid. My brother used to always go watch scary movies, right? My older brother. And like I always wanted to be cool, right? And I wanted to be like him. So I was like, I want to go to watch a scary movie. So my dad's a huge horror fan. So he would take me, right? Just so, I could go watch this movie. But I was always such a little bitch that I'd get scared. Like I remember this vividly watching Freddy vs. Jason. I got scared. And my dumb ass, like I turned around and I just watched the little reflection on the top where the projector comes out of. I watched the entire movie through that little reflection because I was too scared to watch the big screen.
Bro, I got scared watching the zombies in a haunted mansion when that came out. That's a PG movie.
That is a PG
I can't
movie.
Watch it, dude. It's scary.
Yeah. But to answer your question, I feel like scary movies are still they're still a fun ride for me, right? I still like getting scared. It's like going to a haunted house. I love going to haunted houses. 9 times out of 10, I won't get scared, but I'll just have a good time, like laughing and whatnot.
I agree. Haunted houses are actually very fun.
They're so much fun, especially if you go with people that get scared. Like it is the funniest thing ever.
I agree. I agree. So, they're so much more enjoyable as an adult.
Yeah. So like scary movies to me, like specific ones are still like they're fun to watch. I just enjoy watching them with my fiance, especially because she gets super into movies. So she's like ducking and shit and getting scared, and I'm just there laughing. It's a fun ride to me. But there are some movies that still they give me like the the little creeps and the little cold chill down the spine. Like Incantation. Incantation was a good one where I was like, oh shit, like that was creepy. Or there's that other one. I forgot the name of it. It's new too. Well, not new, but it came out last year on Netflix. It was about like a witch in Venezuela or something. That one was really good. I can't remember. Oh, dude,
Fear Street. I got you, buddy. It was Fear Street.
No, it wasn't Fear Street. It was called something else. But yeah, I mean, I personally, I like horror films that are like about demonology and shit or hauntings.
I mean, in my opinion, those are the best ones because like the slasher films are kind of like Danny said, they're all played out. The supernatural / demonic ones are like they could potentially actually be real.
Yeah,
that's
a real thing.
Yeah, well, that's kind of
a real thing too.
That's kind of what it's something that I battle with, right? Because I think when we've had this conversation, I'm for the most part, I would say I'm spiritual, but I'm not really like I lean more agnostic, right? But the only reason I'm spiritual at all is because I've like had like a ghostly experience, like which I've talked about on the podcast before, and honestly, there's some really fucked up shit that we just don't understand that's out there in the world, and I don't know, like it's pretty fucking wild. Also scared the shit out of me. He just like popped over here, and like I was like, holy fucking shit!
I was like, it's spooky season, Dad. Woo!
Yeah, he's been being a little bitch ass,
right?
But no, like I don't know, like I think it's also effective because we really don't know. It's one of the unknowns about the supernatural world, and I don't know. I've seen a lot of potential examples of like real demons and ghosts and spirits, almost to the point where it's hard for me to refute them and be like, that's not real.
I agree. I've seen some shit in my day that definitely.
So, I don't know. It could all be. It could all be a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all based off something, though. So that's all I gotta say for that.
Yeah.
So last question before we move on to our first segment. I just want to bring it up before we go there. What is your absolute favorite Halloween-themed scary movie?
Halloween thing? I'll go first because you guys can see me talk. I guess just because I could be a basic bitch, I'm gonna say Halloween.
It's a good movie.
Both the original and the reboot, because they're both solid in my opinion.
I agree.
That is truly such a basic fucking response.
Fight me, bitch. Now got me mad.
What about you, Danny?
Halloween themed movie.
Let's say it doesn't have to be a scary movie. It could be a Halloween movie though.
Halloween.
Okay, you answer. Let me think about this real quick.
So personally, it's going to be in between the Goosebumps special with the mask, and Trick or Treat.
See, I was gonna say Trick or Treat, but I say that I thought that was more basic than Halloween.
No. Trick or Treat is awesome.
Trick or Treat's amazing.
Which one's that
Also, Trick or Treat 2 has been announced to be in development as of yesterday.
Trick or Treat. If you've never heard of Trick or Treat, I'm not going to spoil it for you because if you've never seen like you watched it, it's a lot happening at one time. But it all follows like it's like different storylines happening in one movie, and so it all ends up coming together in a tight little bow. But I'd watch it if you get an opportunity. Trick or Treat's great.
It's so good.
I can't think of a fucking Halloween themed scary movie. Or
just say fucking goddamn.
I'm gonna say Fun Size because that's the only one that comes to mind right
now. Nobody talks about Fun Size, but Fun Size is a great Halloween movie.
It really
is. Fun Size.
Fun Size is fucking awesome.
Victoria Justice, dude. Victoria Justice can.
She makes the whole movie.
Also, and the redhead lady, that Jane Levy, yeah, they both make the whole fucking movie, dude.
Just because of that, I say Fun Size.
Nobody ever talks about Fun Size. This is the first time I've heard somebody else.
Such a good movie.
Fun Size. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. Fun Size is fucking hilarious. I mean, the best part about Fun Size is the fact that Johnny Knoxville is in it. Yeah, that's the most random.
For no fucking reason.
he's a fucking MMA like fighter in training with a yeast infection. Like, god fucking damn it, what the hell? I think he had just gotten done doing something with Jackass too. I think he had just gotten done doing something with Jackass.
Honestly, shout out to Nickelodeon for Fun Size. It's a great movie.
So I would say Fun Size. Also, the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, they're always solid.
I used to read the comics all the time. I didn't watch a lot of the Treehouse of Horror shows because at the time when I was growing up, my parents didn't allow me to watch Simpsons.
They were the devil.
So I would read the comics instead.
I like to pretend that Kyle grew up like Bobby Boucher.
A little bit.
Not far off, but not.
That's the devil.
As someone that met him when he was just out of high school, I can a little bit.
just a tad bit.
He was missing the super fast tractor. That's all he was missing.
Yes. She showed me her boobies and I liked them too.
My mama said that eaters are always mad. Oh, I fucked that accent. I haven't done
my really fucked up that accent.
Honestly, you should get Pandeo of the Week for this one.
I was so good at it. I do it so well. I haven't done it so long. Okay, anywho.
All right, shall we move on?
All right. Yes. Before we move on to the next thing, let me tell y'all about our good friends at Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle brand is a recreational hemp retailer specializing in only the good stuff. That means CBD and variations of Delta 8 and Delta 9. They have a variation of different ways to consume their product, whether you're a fan of gummies, which I'm a huge fan of the watermelon gummies. They are delicious. They taste great and they make me feel great. They also got vapes, pre-rolls, anything you can think of, they got you. They also are changing up the game with their cannabis-infused nectars that turn up your adult beverages from 0 to 100. So pretty much, it's a little nectar. It's full of Delta 9. You give your drink 2 pumps. It comes in 2 different flavors, strawberry lemonade and blueberry. And it turns any drink into a great time. It's what it is. It'll make you feel good. It'll get you a little bit high. You'll be all nice and buzzed, but with no hangover, which is the best part. So go get you some Honeysuckle by clicking the link in the show notes or somewhere in the Twitch chat. It's on there, and you'll get 15% off your first purchase. Honeysuckle, let them give you the start to some happy days. All right, Kyle, you can move it on.
All right. Please advise disclaimer. Watch out for your state and find places where cannabis and things are legal and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind whenever looking to purchase any of that stuff. Just because
also gotta be 18 years or older.
Yeah, just because I'm not trying to get fired from things. Anyways, Pandeo of the Week. Pandeo of the Week is a part of the show where we, the user, where we use listener suggestions and our own searches to find the biggest Pandeo of the Week. If you know someone that deserves to be Pandeo of the Week, send us your suggestion on Twitter using the hashtag POJ and tagging us at the Weekly Pod at Danny_G951. It's that guy, Kyle. So initially, I'm going to keep this very $1.50. I was going to do Russia because Russia's on some bullshit right now. And honestly, we might be closer to World War III than we've been in a little while. Elon Musk pissed some people off today. But really, honestly and truly, it's going to have to go Pandeo of the Week to whoever created Hocus Pocus 2. Whoever decided that was a good idea, decided they should actually do that to keep up with it. Honestly, Pandeo of the Week. What the fuck were you thinking? I watched Hocus Pocus 2, and it was great to see the Sanderson sisters back. But the movie was bad. I did not like it.
Just a little bit.
It was balls.
It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't
really
good.
Bad.
It was not good.
It also goes to Rob Zombie for doing the reboot of the Munsters. I've been watching the Munsters in pockets. It's not that bad, but that's saying something for a Rob Zombie movie. Let's keep that in mind.
Okay, that the Monsters not bad. Okay, it's actually kind of it's funny. It's a better Rob Zombie movie he's put out in like the last 10 years.
Isn't X a Rob Zombie movie?
No.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I could have sworn
find
it
out
is.
right fucking now.
It's not a Rob Zombie movie.
Chris, look that up. I'm pretty sure it's a Rob
to.
Zombie movie. And you just recommended it.
Research.
No. Wow. You know, I was expecting you to be as good as the guy from Joe Rogan podcast, where like as soon as they say the words, you found it.
Nope, it's not.
Oh, okay. Could have sworn it was.
Wow, I'm almost there, aren't I? I'm on par. I did fast. Look at me. Fuck you.
Jamie, can you look that up for me? Yeah. But yeah, honestly, no. Don't excuse the Munsters. It's not bad,
I enjoyed it,
but
dude.
it
was funny. There was no story. I will give it. There was no story at all.
Also, Sherry Moon Zombie. I'm trying my best. Awful. She was absolutely terrible.
You know who they should have cast as? I forgot his name already. Frankenstein.
Who?
Jason Segel.
Honestly,
fuck. No, it's the other guy. Who? No, fuck. The guy from I forgot his name. How I Met Your Mother. Jason. What's his face?
Sudeikis. Oh, Jason Sudeikis actually would have been great for fucking her.
Is that Jason
Sudeikis? No,
I think it's the same. Jason Sudeikis.
No, I think you're right. It is a
TV
sequel.
show.
I think it is Suckle.
My favorite TV
Jason
show.
Segel.
I was right.
Yeah.
Okay, how dare
Jason
you make me question myself, Kyle? You asshole.
I don't know why.
Show of all time.
Every time I hear Seagal, I instantly think of Steven.
You think Steven Seagal? Yeah.
I was like, the guy fighting for Russia.
They're not related, but I think
Jason Segel.
It's the same thing. I can't pronounce names.
Segel,
I can't pronounce
Segel.
Manacruz right.
He would have been a great.
And he's also
Herman
like
Munster.
the same fucking height. He's
Honestly,
the same height.
I would have watched it with Danny DeVito as Herman Munster.
On stilts.
On stilts, yeah. Either him or Joey Diaz. Honestly, either one could have been Herman Munster. I'm standing on this. I'm gonna die on that hill.
Dude, imagine if Neil Patrick Harris is Herman Munster. That would have been.
Honestly, they did
better.
cast the grandpa very well though.
The grandpa was hilarious. The grandpa had so many dad jokes.
He was well cast, and Nosferatu, and that was very nice too.
Yeah, and then also fucking his Igor.
You like bombs.
Oh my god, but yeah, the casting could have been better.
This is not excuses.
It's a movie that's, if you want to just watch something for shits and giggles, watch it. You'll have fun with it. Will you like it? No, but will you be entertained slightly?
Like, will you rewatch it? Is that the question?
No,
like, will you
no.
rewatch it every Halloween?
No, it's not porn.
Not
it's not as good as porn. It's like there's like the monsters, and then there's like porn that I've seen numerous times.
Have you seen the monsters porn?
It's not monsters. It's Munsters. They literally make the joke in the movie.
But have you seen the monsters porn?
The monsters porn parody starring Cameron Diaz.
There you
Wow,
go.
Okay. Highfalutin.
Starring Mia Khalifa.
Speaking of that,
Hyper Perry.
This is super random. This is super random. Did you know the redhead from Boy Meets World is a porn star?
Who's the redhead?
Yeah, who's the redhead? Hold on. Look her up real quick, Chris.
Is it a dude or a girl?
No, that's a girl.
Oh, okay. I was saying, if it's a guy, I don't know what the one moment to tell you, dude.
It is. Her name is Maitland Ward.
I have never heard of that person.
She is definitely still in porn.
I do like redheads. So
is that her?
Maitland Ward. Yep, that is her. She was in Boy Meets World.
No, I can tell from that.
Yeah.
Someone's horny.
I'm just saying.
I think she did a black scene.
Tell me more, Kyle.
just wanted just something to tell you.
So that's Spencer. He loves interracial porn.
I mean, I guess I can see it. She has a look.
I have never heard of her at all. And I watch a lot of porn.
You're gonna get banned off Twitch if you keep scrolling down.
Yeah. Don't make sure it's family appropriate. But yeah, I have never heard of her, and I watch a shit ton of porn, which is surprising.
Right.
There you go. Now something new for you, Chris.
Something to look forward to after this.
She was okay.
I mean, she's a redhead. I thought you liked redheads.
Okay. So next one. Chris has been wanting to talk about this for the longest time, so we're going to bring it up. We're going to go into topic 2. Crypto? No. Cryptids. Yeah.
Nasty.
We are talking about some of our favorites. Well, we're going to talk about cryptozoology as a specific tiny thing, and talk about some of our personal creepy creatures that may or may not be real. So, what are cryptids versus what aren't? As an example, one of Chris's favorite cryptids is the Loch Ness Monster.
I thought you were going to say the Wendigo.
The Wendigo
is monster. It's
also technically a cryptid.
Yeah, but the Loch Ness Monster, my all-time favorite.
All-time favorite? Really?
Yeah.
Why? It's just a fucking dinosaur.
Well, it's also just such a mystery because, like, if it's an actual thing, where the fuck did it come from?
It's a dinosaur.
The goddamn Iceland, Ice Age, and like, or there more than one because there's no way it could be the same fucking creature from 400 AD.
It's fucking Babyfoot or Littlefoot.
No, that's
Babyfoot.
He just swam in the water.
No, but they're just because like there's just so much history around it. I think it's possibly the first cryptid ever like documented, or like the first like weird animal that was like unexplained. And it was documented in 452 AD by the Knights of the Templar.
Aren't they the people that killed Jesus?
I don't remember. I don't follow Christianity.
No.
I haven't read the Bible.
You're Catholic, Daniel.
I just wanted to see Kyle's reaction.
They are a religious faction of knights. And they did something. I don't know what they fucking did. But like, so they were in Scotland during, I think, a war.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, so how it goes is they were in Scotland and some guy had fallen in, or like was in the water, and then he was attacked. And then what happened was the thing that attacked kind of surfaced, and it was this, quote unquote plesiosaur looking beast that was, like I think 30 feet in length and like.
That's what I'm saying. He's a dinosaur.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, yeah, it's a dinosaur, but it's also the thing. But like, it's also like, it's interesting because like it's been documented throughout time ever since that first happened. Like,
and yeah, we've never seen.
Since you're saying that, you ever wonder about dragons?
Dude, I have so many times.
Why do so many different cultures have dragons in their mythology? But there's no fucking proof of a dragon.
Yep.
Like I
also agree. Norse dragons, fucking
everyone has dragons.
Chinese dragons.
Mexicans have dragons.
Yeah.
Digimon, Pokemon dragons.
Well, Taiwanese have dragons.
We have
my
dragons.
thought is they've tried to explain it through science, saying that like reptiles are all over the world, and some things are like it may look like a dragon, but it's actually like a panther. And like Mayan culture is like an example.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's close.
Yeah.
Like it's a reach, but it's like it could be right. They could be right. It's like okay, like
it's still maybe. A dragon.
But that being said, I think dragons are fucking real. I think that they existed.
So I was thinking about this today, right?
Like
about dragons. I mean, because everything's realistic about them except the fact that they may breathe fire or ice.
And that doesn't need to be
real.
According to the House of Dragons.
I'm okay with that not being a real thing.
But like, is it actually that there was dragons, or is it that the Chinese people or the Asian people, when they migrated, through Pangea and the ice wall or the ice bridge, did they bring their crazy thoughts into the Americas?
Just don't know about Pangea.
You know what I could think? Because like how they're saying how birds are the sons of dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe back in the day, birds were a lot different than how to look now, and they had like more scaly things instead of a lot of feathers. So it could have been some fucking giant ass birds with scales.
So pterodactyl?
Yeah, but like not as terrifying, and apparently they breathe fire. I don't know, because like I said, dinosaurs are supposedly.
What do you think? What do you think dragons eat?
The booty.
The booty.
Probably
Taco Bell.
Dragons. If dragons were real,
were they vegetarians?
100%. No, they
would
have 100% eaten people and or other animals.
Why people?
Why not people?
Because dragons are always just like supposed to be really these big creatures. So I mean,
what if dragons were like little lizards?
that'd be hilarious.
I mean, the Komodo dragon is technically that is a real dragon that exists in the world.
That's also
And it is-
Godzilla.
Wait,
And also-
didn't they find a frozen dragon like somewhere in ice?
That was not real.
It
Yeah, that
real.
was
tell you
fake.
that,
I
yeah.
seen that. I saw
Look,
that on
I saw that on
the
the same website that I found out that Disney owned Pornhub. Okay, it's all real.
That explains so much.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very, very real. Same thing with mermaids.
I mean, there was like, did you guys ever watch that Animal Planet special of like if dragons were actually real?
Yes, I did.
That was crazy. What they like, if they were real, you would have found this, or like this is what happened, or like.
Well, I
you would've
mean,
found-
we find dinosaur bones, but we never find them complete. Like, what? You ever
Yeah,
think
that's
about
true.
that? Like in reality, like you go to a museum and you see the big old T-Rex, but that's
Mhm.
not actually what a T-Rex looks like. They're just guessing this is what it looks
It's
like.
a
That's also very
guesstimate.
true.
And most of them
guesstimate, yeah.
aren't all bones. Like they're like 80% bones, and they just made up the rest of the bones.
My thought, generally speaking, is technically speaking, dragons have always existed, regardless of if they actually did or did not, because dragons are technically would just be birds. Like, can they fly? They like flying reptiles really don't like exist. But I mean, bats exist. If bats exist, why couldn't dragons?
I mean, there is that
Like,
that
flying
fox
mammal.
bat thing.
Flying fox.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's bats exist. They exist in the world. A mammal can fly. So why couldn't a reptile fly at some point? I mean, I guess there are like gliding lizards and things like that kind of do, but there's not any like real flying. The closest relatives to lizards are also birds. You know that. Like, that's like an actual thing. They just separated at some point and
Yeah.
eventually like became separate things, but they were very similar in terms of genus.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If you had a dragon, what would you name it?
I don't know. Maybe Jeff. Give me one
Jeff? I would name mine Potato and just feed it like potatoes and French fries. That's what I would do. What about you, Chris? Christabel, Christopher, Pudgy Jesus. So I don't know if I disconnected or if Chris disconnected or what's going on. But Kyle muted himself and he's just talking to someone on the side. I think Chris went out the chat. Did you? I don't know what happened. Or did I fuck up? Did my internet fuck up? The world may never know. What the fuck happened? Are we still on? I'm confused. Are we still on the air? Did we disconnect? Oh, we are still there. Christopher Bowen. Oh, Bowen. Well, anyways, I would feed my dragon potatoes because that's what I would do. But
I had to pee. I'm sorry.
Sorry, my wife called me to tell me goodnight. She's in
Good
Bowling
night.
Green right now. She's
Oh,
actually
guys.
not in. I don't know if you realize this by how loud I was, but she's not home.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that was the greatest 3 seconds of podcasting for the weekly
Yeah.
podcast. Both of y'all walked away as I'm asking a question.
You can cut it. You can fix it in post.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hold on, Daniel.
I mean, it's not anything worse than what this live show is.
Honestly, this live show is great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, we had a
contents
couple
are-
false starts.
The contents are quality, though.
It's been content quality. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Content is quality.
Okay.
I also have a fun segment here called BYO Cryptid, Build Your Own Cryptid, which we're gonna make up and draw up if we like it. Their version of a cryptid.
Before we do that, let me pay some bills real quick. All right. Before we move on, let me tell y'all about our good friends at Ballsy. Ballsy is a men's grooming company that makes products that give your balls the attention they deserve. It's no secret that balls are prone to odor, sweat, and irritation. So let
Ew.
Ballsy upgrade your ball game with quality, long-lasting products formulated to keep you fresh, comfortable, and confident. Get your hands on their amazing sack pack that comes with all the essentials you need, like their pH balance, odor neutralizing ball wash that keeps your guys smelling incredible. Also paired with Ballsy's Nut Rub Solid Cologne Skin Balm that keeps you smelling good for longer and protects your skin. And lastly, the sack pack comes with Ballsy's Nut Spray that keeps you pH balanced and smelling good in between activities. And right now, for our listeners, Ballsy is giving y'all a special 15% off your first order when you use promo code TWD15 at checkout, or you can click our special link in the show notes below. Support the people that support us, Ballsy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Are we still live?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Just wanted to tell you guys about my other thing that I...
Your other thing? Incredible.
So I have this thing, right? It's
Uh-huh.
a pretty cool thing, some would say.
Oh, yeah?
Some would say it's a great thing. Yeah.
What kind of thing is it?
Okay, Nicolas Cage.
Is that what I sound like?
You sound like
Nicolas Cage?
A little bit. A little bit.
Not
No,
mad
but-
about it.
Kyle, say you want to see the Declaration of Independence right now.
Okay. I want to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Why'd you go to Richard Nixon? What the fuck?
He sounded more like Sean Connery with the dick in his
I
mouth.
want to steal the Declaration of
Oh,
Independence.
no, you're right, yeah. Yeah, Sean Connery.
I want to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Okay.
I want to steal
I'm
that.
slightly turned on right now.
I want to see the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
Mm.
You're like.
What the fuck?
Yes, I do.
I don't know what's happening, and I'm
I
uncomfortable, but
have
I'm
no
like,
idea.
Dirty talk to me, you do. Daddy.
Oh, talk to me, Daddy.
I can't do that. I'm not gonna try to do that. I can do two voices. Arnold and Yoda. Those are my two voices. And knock me to the terrors. But that's kind of racist. So I can't do that. I can't do that.
hello, Father.
Hello,
Are you Bane? Okay, you kind of let the people know
Alright.
about. God damn it.
Are you Bane? It's just me, Bane. Here to tell you about Ballsy. Ballsy. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where we're going with this.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just playing with the pitch.
Oh, shit.
You're just playing with what? The balls?
The pitch on.
On my mixer, so I can
Oh,
change my
dude, that's
voice
sexy.
from
Keep
Oh,
like that the
Lord.
entire
Super
time,
high
please.
pitch like this.
No, you sound like a little bitch.
Wow, you sound so beautiful.
You
Look,
sound like a little
This
bitch.
is me.
There you go.
This is Alan.
We should. Oh God. damn
Okay,
it.
that was funny as
I'm
fuck.
cooking the fuck out of that. What time? What time are we at right now? God damn it. What time are we at? Oh, where's my time set?
Oh my god.
15 should be cool. No, seriously, do that deep voice thing. I'm
Fucking
not
rip.
gonna boner the entire time.
Do it for the rest of the podcast
here we go.
episode. I don't know if I
Yes.
can do this.
Wait, so I think I'm gonna tell the masses about something, but then I distract him with Nicolas Cage.
Balls. Balls.
I think he forgot already.
Hairy balls.
I don't know.
You're like,
Chestnuts
what you were saying, I have
roasting.
something that's kind of cool. Something I say, and then, yeah. But you're like,
Nipple
from my share.
trees.
You're like,
It is me, Bane. We are here today to hang out with our friends. Our friends here at the Weekly Podcast. What can I say about Batman? I don't want to talk about Batman. He makes me uncomfortable. He
We're
said,
gonna talk
Bane,
about
you
Superman."
can't sit there like that. You're way too big. And I said, listen to me, Batman. I can sit wherever I'd like.
I'm Batman.
I can see Danny's face of disappointment. It's like, okay.
Wait, have y'all seen the Harley Quinn cartoon on HBO Max?
Yes,
Kyle
that's-
got me into it.
That is the
Fucking
greatest fucking
great.
cartoon ever.
It is absolutely.
I love how I shit on Bane the whole time, even though Bane's like one of my favorite
Gosh.
characters in the Batman
fucking,
series.
fucking love Bane.
I like pizza parties.
Birds of ours.
Hold on, I gotta get more charmed.
Wow.
All right, so are we building our own cryptids?
Are we building our own cryptids now?
Yeah.
Talk to me like that, deep daddy.
Get to the chopper. Get down.
Danny's voice is like balls deep in my mind right now.
Balls in your mouth.
Okay, so oh,
Hey Chris, you gotta admit this is better than fingers in the butt.
no, I think the boat was hilarious. You went a goddamn tangent for like 4 minutes. Like, bro, if it's plastic, you gay. It was a finger, you ain't gay.
Exactly,
You just-
bro. No, it's because if it's plastic and you do it with intention, that's gay, bro.
I guess. Okay.
What if it's not with intent? Okay, this is not.
So let's jump in real quick. We'll
Yeah,
jump
this is
back
not
into
the
cryptids.
episode.
That's what we're talking about. Before we go way off. Is there any cryptid you absolutely think is really out there? Like
Honestly,
100% truly believe like it's out there.
La lechuza.
I agree.
I mean,
think Lechuza might be out there.
I have owls in my backyard all the time at night, and I'm like, fuck, she's coming for me.
bro, I'm saying Nessie. There's too many things for it to prove that it could be not real and a fake. But there's also a lot of things to say it's not a dinosaur, but like an abnormally large eel
Mhm.
that shouldn't be around.
With the Loch Ness?
Bigfoot, yeah, Loch Ness. Bigfoot for sure, because like that fucking
Nah, bro, Bigfoot's believable though.
yeah,
Skunk
Bigfoot.
ape, bro.
Yeah, and then also Mothman. Dude, Mothman is trippy.
So I'm telling you, I still want to do this. I think we should still go up to we should all go to West Virginia and go to Point Pleasant during the Mothman Festival and do a live podcast there, like
Bro,
at
I'd
our
be
hotel
down.
and do like a live pass and then do like an actual video and go and look for the Mothman, quote unquote, go to the state park at night, go just be
Ooh.
fucking dickheads.
Fuck yeah.
I think it'd be pretty fun.
Wait,
Yeah,
have
it
you?
would be funny for us to do. Go to the actual Conjuring house and spend the night there.
I'm down.
I'm down too. Fuck it.
I'll take my rosary, some holy water, a little bit of garlic.
We might have.
I'm gonna bring Alan to snuggle with. Yeah, I'm bring
Bro,
Alan.
I call dibs on
I'm gonna bring
Alan, bro.
I'm gonna bring Alan. We're gonna cuddle. It's gonna be great.
This is gonna be the
We want
Pillsbury
him
Doughboy.
safe.
I'm gonna,
There's no way you could not be around Alan and feel safe.
right. You just hug
You know
him.
what I mean?
I mean, but it would also be around me. I'm gonna probably fuck with you guys the entire night. Cause
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Honestly, Chris, I think you're gonna be a big pussy the
You know
entire
what I would
time.
do?
Like, you're super
I-
fucking
I-
scared the whole.
No. I wouldn't
see
tell nobody.
natural- I'm gonna be fucking preparing iron, salt, holy water.
This is what I'm gonna
fucking
do.
Exorcism Bible.
We have
I'm
a
sure.
whole fucking seasoning packet. In
I'm
goddamn
sure.
fucking-
I'm sure there's a chimney there.
There
And
is.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Honeysuckle, get some CBD or Delta 8 and just throw it all in the fireplace and light the fireplace and not tell anybody, and then see what happens.
Oh, it is owned by people, so like you have to get that like. checked
You would
out.
go to jail.
No,
No,
like you
it's
wouldn't go to
perfectly
it's
legal.
CBD. It's not illegal, but like they the people that own it. So I
Oh, yeah.
saw a YouTube episode with the two people that went to go see it, and it's pretty scary. Like it's actually like I'm pretty sure.
I mean, they don't
edit it in.
they don't allow people there anymore, do they?
No. So people own it, and they let people stay there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
And I
you know
thought-
what we should do because it's local. Go to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station.
We gotta have.
Cody has bothered us about this for fucking years at this point.
What are you talking about? He hasn't talked to any of us in like fucking years. But since he left, what are you talking
You
about?
know
He hasn't
what?
talked
We
to
should
anybody.
do.
I still send TikToks to Cody and
No,
Cody
no.
sends them back.
We should
Go
do it out
on.
of spite. We should go record a whole episode there. Bring
I'm down.
bring back the Jeepers Creepers podcast and do it there.
That'd be hilarious. Fuck. But I mean,
Just fucking-
That'll be your one episode for the year.
Apparently, they have bomb ass barbecue.
They do.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah.
It's in Bastrop. It's only like 2.5 hours away
Yeah.
from Houston.
Yeah, that's fucking wild to
That's
me.
not something radius. I'm sorry, guys. I can't go.
So let's go ahead and move on to our last segment. Now, this is up to you guys. Actually, if you guys want to do this, because I thought this would take like a short amount of time,
Uh-huh.
but it's really up to you guys. You don't have to draw it if you don't want to, but I'd like you to build your own cryptid. I'm giving you an
Okay.
opportunity to think of something. Tell me what it looks like. Tell me what its favorite food is. Does it fly? How heavy can it drink? And does it in fact fuck?
I got
Oh,
you.
it fucks like a fuzzy
Can I go
duck,
first?
bro.
I go first. I got you right now.
Yes.
Okay. It is exactly 5 feet 8 inches tall.
That's specific.
Yes. It has crazy black hair.
You're talking about Spencer.
No. It had a tail. It was cut off.
Also Spencer.
Still Spencer.
It wears a lot of. It wears an orange. It wears orange a lot.
So it's been to prison.
No, that's not. It's not Spencer. It's from outer space.
They're not
Goku.
building a good case for Spencer here.
Does it fly?
It's Goku.
Does it fly?
Yeah, Goku flies.
So
Oh,
possibly
it's
Spencer.
Goku.
Possibly
and,
Spencer.
and we know Goku fucks. Like, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
he's okay. No, but we're okay. I was trying to be a dick. Okay. Now I'm sick of Goku. That's cryptid, dude. He can turn into a monkey.
Is Goku cryptid technically?
In a sense, he's an alien. What's a chupacabra? A potential Mothman is a potential interdimensional alien being. So Goku's a cryptid. He's an alien. There we go. That's my cryptid. It's very original. Not copyrighted at all.
Fair enough.
Right by me.
All right.
Let's go.
Great job, Chris. Great job.
can
We'll give you a participation trophy for that one.
Yes, my fair kind trophy. Yes.
All right, Danny. What does it look? What does your cryptid look like?
My cryptid is 4 foot.
Mm-hmm.
It's fuzzy. It looks super chill, right? It always asks for a hug. But at night, it's a motherfucker.
What kind of fuzzy is it? Like, is it like fuzzy as in like it's soft to the touch, or is it fuzzy like you just shaved your beard and you have like 5 o'clock shadow fuzz?
No. So you ever seen like
it feels like a comb.
No, it feels silky. Like he's so soft, and fuzzy. He's silky,
Okay.
smooth. He's 4 foot. He's blue.
Okay.
Okay. When he's mad, he's like purple.
Okay.
Okay.
What's his favorite food?
Fried chicken? No, but potatoes.
Potatoes, huh?
He loves potatoes.
Does he fly? Can he fly?
No, he can jump high.
Okay, he can jump really
He can
high.
jump high. Yeah. He has a big head.
Okay.
And if you feed him after midnight, he let's just say he eats everything and everybody.
Okay. So he's kind of like a gremlin.
Mm-hmm. Kind of.
Okay. How heavy can he drink?
Oh, he can outdrink anybody.
Okay. Even being that short?
Yeah.
He's really fat.
He's really pudgy and he instantly sweats as soon as he drinks.
I know who it is. It's fucking Danny DeVito.
And does it in fact fuck?
It definitely fucks. It fucks like a fuzzy duck.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So I have mine too. So I'll bring this one up. So it's about 2 feet 5 inches.
Okay.
On a good day. When it's cold, it may be a little bit like 2 feet.
Same, bro. Same.
Yeah.
About 2 inches.
He's got human looking skin.
Okay.
But he's got like little feathers that protrude out of it.
Okay.
He's got basically just has googly eyes. Just 2 that are kind of like loosely taped on the front of his face because he doesn't actually have real eyes. So he just kind of tapes them.
Gotcha.
For mostly for comedic effect. And he's got really, really big feet. Like really big feet.
You know what they say about big feet, right?
He does. Yeah. And honestly, it kind of just drags behind him, let's be honest. Like he's only like 2 feet, so like it's really big.
So he's got
by
a front
comparison.
tail, huh?
It's really big by comparison. Does he fly? He has wings, but he cannot fly. Not because he physically can't, but because he just chooses not to. Because he's a dickhead.
That's pretty funny.
Yes, he really has the voice of a smoker.
It's a rare word to use. You never use dickhead.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about
honestly,
Chris.
He's got the voice of like a smoker. He's got a fucking like... He has a really, really uncomfortable obsession with the word moist. It's fucking gross.
Moist.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrible word. But
I feel like you
likes
just
to say
used
it.
your bullshit words.
Moist is a fucking fun word. What are you talking about, dude? I love the word moist.
I feel like moist is your bullshit word.
No. Yeah, no, it is.
I was like, Kyle, you can't even hide it anymore. I'm not gonna. I think Kyle used his first one really early, and Danny just used one of his about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
God damn it, Chris. You're not supposed to say it now. You're
Which
supposed
one
to
was
wait till
yours,
the end.
Danny?
I used both of mine.
I'll tell you. I didn't hear the first one. Fuck. Okay.
Well, the
I feel like
first
your word
one
was CBD.
no, the first one was potato.
Oh,
I've used it multiple times.
damn
The
it.
second one was nipple cheese, and at some point I used nipple cheese. Just
I never
out the
heard
blue.
nipple cheese in my life.
I said it. I know I said it.
That said, I guess I lost. It is what it is.
Woohoo! You get to do the punishment.
It's something embarrassing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I have in my phone. I have a lot of bullshit on there.
You gotta post an
You
embarrassing
You said
picture
the other
on
one
a
earlier,
social
right?
media
You
by
said
Friday.
Yeah.
Suckle, right? Yeah.
It could drink really heavily, and it does in fact fuck. I mean, it's not like by comparison of its size, it has a giant penis, so people are usually pretty about it.
Oh, you're talking about me?
So would you say he's more dick and then body?
He is more dick than he is creature. Yes.
It's me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should've given
It's
myself
really
2
awkward
words.
whenever he like tries to get hard because it's like slides from in between his butt cheeks.
Ooh,
as
it's a
getting
slip and
hard,
slide,
it's
huh?
constantly, yeah, it's like really uncomfortable.
Oh, he rides it
Um,
like a fucking saddle.
So he's like he foreplays with himself. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
He's like my.
I think his name.
pony."
I think I'm gonna name him Bjork Bork.
Bjork.
Bjork Bork.
So do you think he would put a finger in his asshole?
No, he's
Yeah.
uncomfortable with that.
I mean, what if it's just like his partner?
What?
you
What?
spit on
Is,
it.
what?
What if it's his partner and she went and spit on her finger and then sucked it up his butt?
Bjork Bork would be open to it
Gotcha.
potentially.
So he
Okay.
would put a finger in his okay. So he's damn.
Not his own finger. He said that's gross.
No. You never stick your own finger in your butt. That's gay.
It's not plastic though, Danny.
But still,
Oh, but it's the intent. Okay,
it's the intent.
you didn't
Exactly.
do the intent aspect last time you were going to rant with this bullshit motherfucker.
That said,
You just said plastic. It's
I
plastic
think that pretty much covers all the spooky shit.
Alrighty.
Which is probably good because I'm starting to die.
We're starting to
Listen,
die
I'm
slowly. All good.
But do you want to do the outro for us, Danny? Because I honestly can't remember it.
Sure. There is no actual outro. I make it up every week. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you like what you heard, please give us a thumbs up or a 5-star review on Apple iTunes, on Spotify, and anywhere you listen to us. We're available on all streaming platforms. Please go tell your parents, tell your mom, tell your family, tell your friends about us. Because the best way to grow is word of mouth. This has been the Weekly D podcast, first episode of the spooky season. I'm your co-host Danny G. The incredible Kyle Austin hosted today, and we have the amazing Pudgy Jesus, aka Chris Bowen, running the Twitch and being our Twitch manager today. So thank you, Bowen. We appreciate you. Alan, fuck you for not showing up today, but I understand. This has been the Weekly D podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This was a great show. Thank you. Peace.
Later.
Goodbye.